She said she was too tired to hang out. But not too tired for a weekend getaway with her gym buddy. I hacked the Airbnb playlist and added one song, I Saw You. She called me crying. I said, don't worry, you're on repeat now. I'm Nate, 36, from Dayton, Ohio. I work in IT, mostly network stuff and device setups for a mid-sized manufacturing company. I've been in the same job for over a decade. Steady pay, decent hours, and it keeps me out of trouble. Or at least, it used to. My girlfriend Alyssa, well, ex now, was 33. She worked as a dental assistant and lived with me for 3.5 years. We weren't married, but it felt like we were. We split rent, groceries, took turns doing laundry. She had her drawer in the bathroom, her favorite mug in the cabinet. That kind of thing. I thought things were good between us. We didn't fight much. She laughed at my stupid jokes, I remembered her birthday and even her mom's. We talked about getting a dog. We had our own routines, Wednesday night tacos, Sunday hikes when the weather was decent. I thought we were in sync. Until the gym happened. Last fall, she got a gym membership. Said she wanted to tone up and feel stronger. Cool, I supported it. I even offered to join her, but she said she needed her own space. Fair enough. Then came Sean. She mentioned him once or twice. Sean said squats should be deeper. Sean's training for a half marathon. I didn't think much of it. But over the next few months, his name started coming up more. Then she started acting different. She'd come home later. Start hiding her phone when I walked by. Started sleeping in sports bras and barely looked at me when she got dressed. I asked her about it a couple of times, and she always brushed it off. You're being paranoid, she'd say. He's just my gym buddy. Right. Just a gym buddy. Last Friday, we had plans to go to this new place downtown. Kind of a fusion bar with wood-fired pizza. We were both excited about it earlier in the week. Then, around 5:40 p.m., she texts me, "Hey babe, I'm so exhausted. I think I'm just gonna crash early. Rain check on dinner? I love you." Sure. I told her to rest, even though I had a weird feeling in my gut. I spent the night watching dumb YouTube videos and heating up leftover chili. The next day, no texts. I sent one around noon, just asking how she slept. No reply. By 3 p.m. I knew something was off. Alyssa always responded. Even during her busiest days, she'd at least send a thumbs up or a quick heart. So, I did something I never thought I'd do. I opened her iPad. It was sitting on the couch. She barely used it except for Netflix. But it was synced to her iPhone, which meant her messages were right there. And that's when everything crashed down. She wasn't tired. She wasn't home sleeping. She was in Hocking Hills with Sean. There were texts. Sean. Fireplace is lit, wine's open. This is perfect. Alyssa, told you it would be. Just us, no stress. That emoji hit me like a punch in the face. They planned a weekend getaway. Behind my back. Lied straight to my face about being too tired, while she was out there in some cozy cabin with her gym buddy, drinking wine by the fire. I didn't even feel angry at first. Just numb. Staring at the screen, rereading the messages, trying to piece together how long this had been going on. I saw Airbnb links. Photos. Inside jokes. I kept scrolling and realized this wasn't a one-time thing. They'd been seeing each other for at least a month. Then I got mad. Not the throw a chair through the wall kind of mad. The cold kind. The kind that settles in your bones and makes your hands go still. That's when I remembered something. In one of the Airbnb photos she sent him, I spotted a Sonos speaker in the background. I knew that model. It syncs to a central host account and connects through Wi-Fi. Most Airbnbs set them up with a generic login so guests can use the app. And I know how to find those. Within an hour, I found the listing. Tracked the host's public username. Cross-referenced it. Got into the Sonos controller app through a known backdoor trick I learned during a job a few years ago. I could see their current playlist. Top 40 hits. Chill vibes. Wine music. I didn't delete anything. I just added one song. I Saw You by Matt Duncan. I moved it to slot number 4. If you've never heard it, look it up. It's slow, eerie. The kind of song that makes you feel like someone's standing behind you in the dark. The lyrics don't hit until the chorus, but when they do, it's brutal. I saw you in the mirror / and I knew it wasn't me you were smiling for. 7:12 p.m., my phone buzzes. Her name lights up the screen. I don't answer. 3 more calls. Then a 5th. I pick up. She's crying. Panicked. I can hear muffled voices in the background, Sean asking something. She's almost yelling. Nate? Nate, what the hell is this? How did you do this? The speaker just played some weird-ass song. It said, I saw you, what the hell is happening? I waited a beat. Just let the silence hang. Then I said, real calm, don't worry. You're on repeat now. And I hung up. She didn't call back right away. Maybe she was too shocked. Maybe Sean told her to stop. Maybe they turned off the speaker or tried to act like it didn't happen. I didn't care. I wasn't done. Monday morning rolled around. She still hadn't come home. I wasn't surprised. I'd left her stuff untouched, but I started boxing it up. Slowly. Not out of rage, just one drawer at a time. I wasn't going to wait around for her to explain something I already knew. Around 9:15 a.m., my phone buzzed again. This time it was a text, Alyssa, can we please talk? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I didn't respond. 10 minutes later, another, I panicked. I never meant to hurt you. It was just supposed to be a distraction. I was confused. A distraction. Like I was a TV show she got bored of. I wasn't confused. So I decided to keep going. That night, I logged into our shared streaming accounts, Netflix, Hulu, Spotify. She never changed the passwords because we used my email for everything. On Netflix, I changed the username from Alyssa to I Saw You. On Spotify, I replaced all her liked songs with just one playlist. The same song. On loop. I didn't block her. I let her sit in the discomfort. The next morning, she showed up at the house. I didn't answer the door. Just watched her through the peephole. She knocked for 5 straight minutes. At one point, she sat on the front steps, head in her hands. Eventually, she left. Later that day, I got a long email. She said she wanted to meet in person. Said she owed me the truth. That it wasn't really about Sean, and that she was going through something emotionally and didn't know how to talk about it. Here's the thing, she did know how to talk. She just chose not to. She chose to lie. Chose to let me believe she was exhausted when she was out kissing someone else under the stars. Still, I was curious. So I agreed to meet. We met at a quiet diner off 35. Neutral place. Middle of the afternoon, mostly empty. She looked like she hadn't slept. Puffy eyes. No makeup. Hoodie and jeans, nothing like the Alyssa I knew, who always took her time getting ready. She sat down across from me, didn't even open the menu. I messed up, she started. I don't expect you to forgive me. I just wanted you to know it wasn't about love. I didn't fall for him. I just felt stuck. Stuck? I asked. My voice was steady, but I could feel the old anger trying to rise again. Like our life was on a track. Like everything was already planned out. I was going through the motions. You mean the life we built together? She nodded, eyes low. I know it sounds selfish. I just wanted to feel. I don't know. Something different. I leaned back. You could have talked to me, I said. You could have asked for space. We could have worked on things. But you chose to lie. Again and again. I didn't plan for it to happen, she whispered. One day at the gym, we got drinks after, then it just kept happening. I hated myself for it. I looked her dead in the eyes. You didn't hate it enough to stop. She started to cry again. I'm sorry, Nate. I mean it. You didn't deserve any of this. No, I said, standing up. I didn't. I left her sitting there. That night, she texted me that she was staying at her sister's place for now. Said she'd get her things later that week. I told her I'd leave everything in the garage, boxed up and labeled. Then something strange happened. 2 days later, Sean messaged me. He found me on Instagram. I didn't even know my account was public. Hey man. Not trying to start anything. Just wanted to say I didn't know she was lying to you about being single. She told me you two were on a break. I stared at the message for a long time. I didn't respond. But now I had questions. Was she lying to both of us? The message from Sean rattled me more than I wanted to admit. I read it again, word for word. Hey man. Not trying to start anything. Just wanted to say I didn't know she was lying to you about being single. She told me you two were on a break. I hadn't told him about the speaker trick. I hadn't said a word to him at all. But something about his tone felt too casual. Like he was trying to play the nice guy now that the truth had caught up to him. I didn't answer. I let it sit. But it nagged at me. Later that night, I logged into Alyssa's iPad again. She hadn't signed out. Maybe she forgot. Or maybe she just figured she already burned the bridge, so what did it matter? I shouldn't have looked. I know that. But I did. I searched Sean's name. There were more messages than before. And older ones. From months ago. From when things between us were still good, or at least when I thought they were. And there it was. Alyssa, to Sean, 2 months ago, he's boring. He'll never even notice. Don't feel guilty. Another, yeah, we live together. But it's already dead. He just doesn't get it yet. And then one that made my hands clench, when we get our own place, it's going to be nothing like this. No stupid routines. That's when it hit me. She didn't lie to him about being single. She lied to me about everything else. This wasn't some confused phase. This wasn't a one-time slip. She had been planning her next life behind my back. Testing out a new version of herself with a new guy while still using me for rent, comfort, and stability. That's when I changed course. I printed the screenshots. Every message I could find. I didn't send them to Sean. I didn't blast them online. No. I had something else in mind. Alyssa was scheduled to come by on Saturday to pick up her things. I told her I'd be out, but I left everything neatly packed in the garage, like I said. I also left one envelope on top of the boxes. No note. No explanation. Inside were all the screenshots. And a flash drive with the audio from the playlist session I'd recorded using my Sonos Access. It was all there. I left it on purpose. Because I knew she would show it to Sean. And I wanted her to. Sunday morning, 3:21 a.m., I got another message from Sean. Wow. You're one cold motherfucker. Then, we're done. You win. I laughed out loud. Like actually laughed. Not because I felt proud. But because finally someone else was feeling what I felt. Confused. Played. Small. But I wasn't done. Because then something happened I didn't expect. Alyssa started messaging people we knew, mutual friends, old co-workers, even my cousin who she used to talk to at family barbecues. She was telling them I invaded her privacy and was digitally stalking her. I heard about it from my friend Paul, who called me that Monday. Dude, he said, you might want to get ahead of this. She's telling people you hacked her devices and sent threats. Threats? I hadn't sent a single threat. I had receipts. Time logs. Call records. Everything. But the court of public opinion doesn't wait for evidence. So I made a move. I went to HR at my job. Talked to my boss. Told him everything, well, almost everything. Left out the part about breaking into the Sonos app. Framed it as a messy breakup with someone who was now trying to smear me. He understood. Said he appreciated the honesty. Then I made a final decision. I filed a cease and desist letter through a lawyer friend. Sent directly to Alyssa. Certified mail. It simply said to stop spreading false claims or I'd take legal action. The lies stopped that week. But the damage was done. People picked sides. I lost a few mutual friends. But the ones that mattered stayed. Even Paul told me, dude, she always seemed fake. You just didn't want to see it. He wasn't wrong. But here's where it got really weird. 2 weeks later, I got another message. Not from Alyssa. Not from Sean. From Sean's ex-girlfriend. Her name was Tara. She sent me a DM out of nowhere. Hey, this is random, but I think we have a mutual problem. I blinked. Read it again. She followed up, you're Nate, right? The guy Alyssa was dating? Sean did something similar to me. Thought you'd want to know the full picture. I didn't respond right away. But I had to know more. So I said, go on. Tara and I talked for over an hour that night. Turns out, Sean had a pattern. He and Tara were together for almost 2 years. He cheated on her with not one, but 3 different women from the gym. Tara found out when she saw a group photo on someone else's story, with Sean's hand on the thigh of a woman she'd never met. That was a year ago. Guess who one of those women was? Yeah. Alyssa. They had met before she even told me about joining the gym. That whole story she gave me about wanting to feel stronger? It was just the excuse to be around him. She picked the gym he was at. Started following him on social media. DM'd him first. Everything she said about it just happening was a lie. And Sean? He kept doing the same thing over and over. Love bomb a new girl, make her feel special, get bored, move on. So now, Alyssa was on the other side of it too. Tara said, she hurt you, and he used her to get back at me. And now he's tossed her just like the rest of us. A week later, I got one more message from Alyssa. I know you probably won't answer, but I just want to say I'm sorry for everything. I thought Sean was different. I guess I deserved this. I lost you, I lost him, and I can't even look at myself lately. I didn't reply. I let silence be the answer. But revenge? It wasn't the speaker. It wasn't the playlist. It wasn't even the cease and desist letter or the screenshots. The real revenge was this: she got everything she wanted, and it turned to ash in her hands. The guy she thought was exciting left her. The backup plan she betrayed? Gone. Her reputation? Shot. The life she tried to replace? She couldn't even touch it now. And me? I took some time. I went to therapy. Focused on work. Got my house back in order. Changed my passwords. Changed the locks. Bought a dog, a mutt from the shelter who licks my face every morning like I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him. And you know what? One day, a new woman came into my life. Quiet, kind, not flashy. She didn't care about gym routines or fancy wine weekends. She liked walking dogs, watching dumb horror movies, and eating frozen pizza. She reminded me what it felt like to be seen. Really seen. So yeah. I still hear that song sometimes, I Saw You. And when I do, I smile. Because I did see her. And I made sure she saw me, too. Not as some boring guy she could sneak around on. But as the one man who gave her a chance, and walked away with his dignity still intact. And she'll never forget it. Not ever. Because as I said that night on the phone, she's on repeat now. Forever.